was going to save the world from a civilization-ending event, but I hear the reward for this gaming news side quest is a really cool hat. Wow, gonna have the best drip in the game. Ubisoft finally revealed Assassin's Creed Shadows yesterday, the game that'll finally bring the series to feudal Japan, where it should have been a long time ago, to be honest. And the title only mildly leaked beforehand. I mean, Ubisoft leaked the release date, and the DLC leaked, and the official box art leaked, but that's it. Oh, other than the details about the microtransactions and the playable protagonists, which also leaked. Man, Ubisoft is almost as bad at keeping secrets as they are at making single-player games that don't require an internet connection. That's right, just like Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, and Star Wars Outlaws, you need at least a couple of bars to install the game.
Discs? What are they for?
Those are for battles in the arena. It's really frustrating that Ubisoft is continuing to kneecap themselves with internet requirements and microtransactions here, because this game sounds pretty promising. You play as two characters. There's the ninja Naoe, who is the fictional daughter of real legendary shinobi Fujibayashi Nagato. Players also assume the role of a samurai called Yasuke, loosely based on the historical figure of the same name. Both characters apparently play very differently. Adding to that variation is a dynamic weather system and changing seasons, which reportedly can have a dramatic impact on gameplay. All very cool things that I won't be able to see if my router explodes on launch day. So thank you, Ubisoft.
I just got the non-exploding patch, so fingers crossed.
Speaking of Ubisoft, the company has also announced their upcoming Call of Duty competitor, X-Defiant, will be ditching skill-based matchmaking, or SBMM for short. In an official blog post on the game's website, the company says casual matches won't feature the controversial system that has been used in the Activision franchise for years. If you aren't familiar, the basic idea is that opposing teams are structured to have roughly even skill levels. Detractors of the system say it leads to more sweaty matches, where every moment counts and you have to give 120% and your thumbs hurt and you don't even have time to grab a conveniently placed orange slice or Dorito to refuel. I'd rather play Little League Soccer. Earlier this year, Activision defended their use of skill-based matchmaking by saying if they didn't use it, newer and lower skill players are more likely to stop playing, and eventually only high skill players remain, leading to the exact same sweaty matches anyway. Nay, says Ubisoft. Not literally, but you know, like that's what they're thinking. They say that ditching SBMM is the way to make casual matches more fun. And while that may sound well-reasoned, this is the same company that thinks Skull and Bones got a tremendous response. They're just in a different world.
I mean, it was in a way.
It was tremendous, tremendously. And I mean, maybe it did, just from the players that didn't leave in the first 2 weeks after the game's launch. You know, Dale, Brad, Jim, great guys.
Dale watches my kids sometimes, he's really nice.
The seas in-game have never been safer. No one is pirating. If you like upcoming games, oh baby boy, are you in luck with this next story. Nier series producer Yosuke Saito revealed he has reunited with Nier series director Yoko Taro, the guy with the mask, and they also got series composer Kaiichi Okabe, all names that I said perfectly on my first try, to make a new game. Is it a Nier game? Yes. I mean, Saito didn't say that, but come on. I mean, what does Nier even mean?
It's not far.
Meanwhile, Monkey Island creator Ron Gilbert is close to releasing a brand new game that is, quote, best described as classic Zelda meets Diablo meets Thimbleweed Park. I'm already more hyped than a 6-year-old with a sugar high at Disneyland. That's how I feel normally, so I can't really gauge. On top of that news, apparently former XCOM and Marvel's Midnight Suns developers are working on a competitor to The Sims. It's about time someone took them down a peg. Not only that, but Grant Rodiek, who worked on The Sims for years and used to be the game designer for The Sims 5, has joined the project as executive producer. The game is an emergent story life sim and cites inspirations like Gilmore Girls and Stephen King. Okay, that makes more sense than. I'm guessing players will be able to create a mother and daughter with an unusually close relationship, which is further complicated by their need to feed on children every 27 years. Why play The Sims when there's this?
We all float down here. Also, I love you.
And hey, before you're gobbled up, why not check out our sponsor, Green Man Gaming? They're celebrating their 14th birthday with big deals on over 3,000 games, like 75% off Horizon Zero Dawn. And if you use the code BDAY14, you can unlock an additional 14% off site-wide. I'm not done. You can save even more by being an XP member, which also unlocks discounts on upcoming games, like I would have said Homeworld 3, but that came out 2 days ago, or 3 days ago. So here's the TLDR. You have until May 24th to check out Green Man Gaming's birthday sale. You can use code BDAY14 to get an additional 14% off your purchase, and you can sign up for their XP membership to unlock more deals. Okay, now I'm done. Bing! Oh, I got my cool hat. Oh, I'm sorry, what? There's another reward for reading 5 more shorter stories you call quick bits? I guess that giant 18-limbed demon can wait a little bit longer. Okay. After Xbox announced their closure, game studio Tango Gameworks released the final update for Hi-Fi Rush. The official patch notes detail the list of small bugs that were squashed, while also containing a bittersweet message thanking fans for their support of the game. While Tango Gameworks is no more, Hi-Fi Rush will still be getting the promised physical release. On that note, I'm going to move on to the next story before I get a physical release of tears from my eyes. Developer Airship Syndicate has announced that it will temporarily be delisting action RPG Wayfinder as it transitions the game from a free-to-play live service MMO to a co-op pay-once premium title with no online requirement and deeper RPG elements. The studio apparently plans to relaunch the game in early, or I guess late access, for a one-time purchase of $25. This decision seems to have been precipitated by the game's original publisher, Digital Extremes, divesting from the game following layoffs and a change in leadership. It's not fully clear that Airship Syndicate even can support a fully functional MMO on its own. I mean, it's like being a single mom to 60,000 kids and all of them are addicted to loot boxes. It's unsustainable. Will you take a Happy Meal? No!
I want gambling!
Sony may be preparing to offer PlayStation 5 players the chance to play emulated and upscaled PS2 games, or at least it looks that way based on listings spotted on the PlayStation Network servers. The listing in question indicated that the 2002 title, Star Wars The Clone Wars, has been converted to a PS5 playable title, complete with support for 4K upscaling, custom video filters, quick saves, and a rewind feature. If this is all true, PS5 gamers may finally be able to experience classics like the first God of War game from 2005, before Kratos got all emotional. He's allowed to have one emotion, anger, closeness with your... Yeah, see, that's the Kratos I remember. Microsoft has announced the Proteus controller, a hyper-customizable gamepad for disabled players. The controller is composed of modular cubes with swappable faceplates, all of which can be easily snapped together in countless different configurations.
They look more like balls to me, I don't know.
Squarey balls. This thing's a lot like the Kama Sutra, except that it's not. Stop. The buttons are all remappable, and the website of developer BioWave even offers free downloadable files for 3D printed analog sticks with a wide variety of grips. Unfortunately, at $300, the controller is quite expensive, even compared to its less sleek spiritual predecessor, the Xbox Adaptive Controller, which typically retails for $100. But I mean, I would expect to pay $200 more for something that looks like a cool alien artifact. I mean, there's probably Nazis looking for that thing.
It belongs in a museum!
Get off my plane, also. And the Helldivers 2 community has rallied around Dremski, a player that was kicked from a group that was accidentally made public. In a now viral exchange with another player, Dremski was told the group was supposed to be friends only, to which Dremski replied, friend. The story got so big that even the official Twitter accounts for Helldivers 2 and PlayStation referenced Dremski's immortal words. In a truly happy ending, Dremski now has a full friends list. Is friend after all. It's the kind of thing that makes you question your online rivalries. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go find and give a big old hug to XXX Bonk Sniper 69. It's time to crush the beef. Smash the? Squash the beef.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow, I did it. And you should go find the next episode of Game Linked on Tuesday because that's when it's coming out, you know, fun fact. Tell your dad.